Why, hello, folks, and hello, everyone. I am Duncan Gaming speaking. That's right, the very only Duncan Gaming speaking. And just want to let you guys know that I am definitely heading back to my red team's base soon, likely to be somewhat soon, a little bit. It depends if I arrive back to the red team's base. And I just want to say, by any chance, that yeah, it was definitely my last time to be in the aftermath, which apparently it was my last time to be in the aftermath, which pretty much Jeff and Bridget, by the way, were pretty much likely, we're a bit alright, which, they were okay and stuff, but Blaney, yeah, I seen better than that. I mean, I probably would say is like, yeah, Jeff and Bridget deserve to be with each other because, I mean, if they deserve to be with each other, then yes, let it be, I guess. So, that's all I'm saying. Pretty bit natural. And at least a few of the people, well, except that all of them were in the aftermath, like a few similar people exactly that were just out in the aftermath show. So I guess I had to say goodbye to some of them exactly that I had to say goodbye before I had to head back to back to my own universe, back with the red team. So that's all I'm gonna probably do, and of course I might come on back soon as enough, but just remember, episodes do take time and frequently take a bit of a long time before I return back as myself as the leader of the red team. And also trust me that there will be more camera time for the red team as I am not making a fiddle or a lie about it. I'm just saying is I'm just borrowing myself some time while I actually return and to be back in the favor, just to see how they're doing. Which of course I did say that I actually let my past self exactly, which is my past version, that is past Duncan Gaming, to definitely be informed, likely to be in charge until I had returned. So pretty much. And also, yeah, my money is going to be sent by Chris. That he will send me a bit of the money and a bit of how I did in the aftermath show for why I was in I don't know. I think it was like 4 aftermath shows apparently. So I probably might get some cash a little bit from Chris. So he'll probably send me a bit of money before then, since since I did left and took off. Which also, no, I was not going to be available to return back to do another one. So I decided was to call it quits a little bit of the aftermath show and focus a little bit of everything else as I'm doing. So yeah, that's probably what I was just doing so far. But anyway, for the real question and the very important question is that who do you guys truly think who deserves to win the cash? Just remember who has never completely won a season before. Just the simulator version kind, as I'm referring to. And yes, it's going to be on both playlists because I might actually return back anyways to return back to see the red team, which, since the red team did kind of miss me while I was away for some reason, which of course I had to go and just fill in and just be called in by Chris, so pretty much. And am I ever going to return in season 4? That depends if I actually get hired again back into the competition or something, which I'm not sure if I might be fulfilled to be called in for some reason, but I mean, hey, I guess the future may actually see what's going to happen at some point since, well, point taken and point a bit somewhat deserved, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, and we'll find out and see what happens with me actually if I do return, just to not be a co-host, but to be in a competition or somehow. But good question, as always, remains to be good questions. So, anyway, I'll pretty much be sure informed to talk to my past self and actually inform him that I'll be arriving soon and pretty much just resume back to the way things were exactly, of course, of the red team from the previous episodes from the red team anyway, since I might have to fill in all the pieces and all other stuff and just add a few different puzzles or maybe old or a bit of new puzzles. It's just going to depend how am I going to do them and just do with whatsoever. But anyways, that's myself as Duncan Gaming speaking, and I'll pretty much be sure to see you guys absolutely next time. Yeah, that's right. So hopefully that you might as well enjoy this video, and this is just only when I'm going to return back to the red team's base, and of course I'm going to probably just add an interesting title that I'm going to do. So anyways, with that being said, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed the Aftermath show, which also, by any chance, that yes, it was also true, FYI, that it was the final and last Aftermath show. And yes, the resuming continuation of the competition of the final 7 will still continue on more and more. But, we're going to find out and see who truly wins before to the final 6, which, things will still be in a break for the final 6. Well, since technically there probably will be a few different eliminations. Like, there's like 4 men left exactly. That is Duncan, Trent, Josh, and Alejandro. That are the only 4 men are left on the competition, which, there are only 4 gentlemen left in the game. And also, as in for girls, that is for like the ladies who are in this one, is Courtney and Sally and Goth Listed Girl are like the only 3 females, of course, that are the 3 ladies that are the only ones that are left in the competition in the simulator of the simulator season 3. So those are the only people who remain to be left exactly, that are exactly to be left. And also, as in for the rewards of the prizes that, Bridget was announcing, that she said was about like a wheelbarrow, a baby carriage, and then also gets nothing. Well, for those who probably would still make it further enough to the finals, then yes, it will still be counted as that reward. But if it was like, well, too bad if that person was already eliminated, then you might figure out why, since that will be a little bit more, should I say, a bit more revivingly different, to see who else actually will still stays in for long. But we're going to find out and see until Chris will find out something at least for the rest of the characters to probably be battling each other before they even will be appearing to the question marks of the final 4. Which, for that, by the way, that's going to be very important to see who will actually become to be in the final 4 and will also be likely to be in the competition. So that's all I want to actually be announcing, and that's why I want to talk about for a few different things before I return back to the Red Team's base. So, anyways, that being said, I'm Duncan Gaming, and I'm definitely returning back to my universe and definitely returning back to hang out with the Red Team, with my own Red Team's mercenaries, to pretty much just see how they're doing and see how they're up to lately for these years. Since technically I'm going to be back on my feet again and actually will be back to be doing more videos than ever. So it'll probably give me a bit of time just to probably deal with some different depression I'm dealing with, or maybe just in fact a few different things I'm just dealing with sometimes. But anyway, as myself, as Duncan Gaming, the leader of the Red Team, the leader of the Red Team, and I will be sure to see you soon for the next video. And then, in fact, absolutely next time. Stay tuned and stay tuned in your seats. And if you want to go somewhere, then maybe just get something anyways. But whatever works, whatever works. But anyway, I am Duncan Gaming. And I'll see you next time, everyone. I'll see you soon enough. Absolutely. In the next video. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys soon enough. Absolutely. In the next video. Sign off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And this, by the way, was just a bit of like a speech between both anyway, between like me returning back to the Red Team, and then of course me mentioning the competition about the final 7, which it was just more of a question talking a little bit, just like some questions and then refer to talking from both sides of different spectrums of me expecting to say, oh, some things might be happening, to see who might still be eliminated or who won't be eliminated, but it's going to be predicted what's going to be. So there you go. Anyways, that being said, Duncan Gaming speaking, and I'll see you soon enough. Absolutely next time. And also, I am definitely going to be back and also returned once more. And also, I might get some info from my past leader, by the way, to know what he's been up to lately. Since I might get a bit of info to know what is really even truly going on. Since good thing I haven't looked at mine yet, since he'll tell me what was going on about, oh, I have to face some unknown team, which of course that might still be possible. But anyway, that being said, Duncan Gaming, we'll see you next time. Ta-ta and adios. Bye-bye and signing on off. Remember, the 4 things you guys got to do right now is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell each single time, so that way you won't miss a single video that comes onto the channel right now, basically, of Duncan Gaming. I'll see you next time. See you later and signing out.